Welcome back to the Faceoff, USC's only weekly radio hockey talk show. I'm your host, Graham Jenkins, and now let's discuss seemingly the most unlikely team to go on a prolonged point streak. No, not the Chicago Blackhawks again, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yes, you heard that right. The Columbus Blue Jackets. After all they went through with the Rick Nash saga, the Jeff Carter fiasco, and the Scott Housen mistakes, that team went streaking for miles and miles. Their record during the streak, which dates back to February 26th and from an overtime loss to the Dallas Stars, their record during that streak was 8-0-4. Very impressive. Their wins were against Colorado Avalanche, Edmonton Oilers, Detroit Red Wings twice in a back-to-back, the Phoenix Coyotes, Nashville Predators, and the Calgary Flames. They lost in the losses they got rewarded for in this streak were the Dallas Stars, the Chicago Blackhawks, Vancouver Canucks, and again the Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks, that was also during their 24-game point streak. However, their 12-game point streak came to a crashing halt in Nashville as Sergei Bobrovsky, after playing so well during the whole streak, he allowed 4 goals in the first period in 10 minutes and 15 seconds and was yanked for Steve Mason. Columbus ended up losing that game 5-2. In the streak that Bobrovsky played, he played every game during that streak, accumulating a .956 saving percentage in the month of March. And that includes the Nashville game in which he gave up 4 goals. He faced 316 shots and saved 302. That is impressive. Now, most of those wins came at home, and their home record is now a respectable 10-4-5 on the season. Columbus, as a result of this run they've went on, they're now 11th in the Western Conference, which it's not bad considering how close the race is this year. They're just 1 point away from a playoff spot. Dallas Stars currently are in 8th place with 33 points. Columbus has 32. If Columbus can put another run like this and make the playoffs, given all that they've been through in the last year and a half or so, it would be a really nice story for a team that's just been through so much. But it's doubtful, honestly, because they're 29th in the league in goal scoring at 2.2 goals per game and 27th on the power play at 13.9%. Special teams is going to have to carry a team to winning streaks, and they rode Sergei Bobrovsky harder than many teams have this year. Bobrovsky was, like I mentioned earlier, very impressive. What was also impressive, though, is their penalty killing. That also contributed to their 12-game run that they went on. Their penalty killing now is 6th in the NHL. 6th at 85.1%. That is very good. And their goals against on the season is 2.6 goals against per game. That's 14th in the NHL. So Columbus is doing very well for a team that nobody would consider has a quote-unquote star player, if you consider Rick Nash a type of player like that. So good on them. If they don't make the playoffs, it's I hate to say this, but it's kind of okay because nobody had any expectations for the Columbus Blue Jackets. If they make the playoffs, though, it's probably one of the best, like I mentioned earlier to sound like a broken record, probably one of the best stories from this season. I just don't see it happening, though. Coming up after the break, second coach of the NHL was fired last weekend. Find out who it is.